Welcome
Back
to the TAE Time Podcast.
Frug, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Feeling good.
Life's been good. You know, one thing's really annoying, actually, even though I don't know how many subscribers you need to have the auto chapters feature.
Oh.
You know, where like it picks up based off the conversation
Probably a
in
million.
AI. No.
We'll probably
Like
never
I've
get
seen
there.
on smaller videos too, where like it picks up based off chapters. Because I've been doing the chapters things. I've just been leaving it off, guys. I if you've already noticed, because the thing is, I especially since we've been talking about so many things, it's like all kind of interweaved a little bit. I did it for the Reddit episodes, obviously, and stuff like that, where it's like clear cut. But when we've just been doing like general catch up, like I'm like, oh, there's no point me doing the chapters things.
Yeah.
I want you guys to just hear it as it is if you want to jump. But there is the auto like chapters feature on YouTube, but we don't have it, unfortunately. It's kind of annoying because I'd love to have it because the AI kind of like picks up a little bit of like what's going on. And
With our views recently, we'll never get there. Actually, guys, oh my God, we missed an episode last week. So sorry about that.
Sorry about that. We've been actually really busy.
I genuinely forgot.
I didn't forget.
We weren't even home, but I genuinely forgot.
No, I didn't forget. We came back on like
Friday night.
On Friday night, and Saturday we were also busy, and then I was just tired.
Actually, we had to go to the airport.
And then and then other things. I was just like, I remember, and I was like, yeah, I'm just not bothered right now because I'm tired as hell. And like, finally, the string of trips is over. We have completed summer, and it's wraps exactly. So we got to chill and relax for a while. And yeah, that was essentially we missed an episode because of how much it's just been going.
Oh my God, guys, we've just been traveling.
And not in like no like. Yeah, I know it sounds so like.
I know, I hate giving out about it.
But it's literally
but it's
like,
reality.
A lot of, like we explained, I think we explained it last time, that a lot of it was unplanned, just due to like, you guys obviously don't know why, but because we can't tell you why yet. But a few of those things, like, you know, were unplanned and they had to happen. And then obviously, finally we went back home to see family, and so
a whole week.
Yeah, for a whole week, and so that definitely. And right after we came back, literally the day we came back from what this episode's about, we went back home. So yeah,
it was kind of like you said, like a string of events. We weren't home a single weekend of July.
Yeah, so
that was very nice.
And then at the end of August, boom.
Yeah.
So
where have we been? Where have we been?
We went to Morocco.
Marrakesh,
to be specific. You know, we went.
Sorry, you know the way it's hard.
No.
Okay. Anyway, today's episode is Marrakesh worth?
Morocco.
Yeah, but I just feel like
no, because we always say the country.
I know.
Like,
And hear me out. I think it's because we had a trip recently, and it was like to a specific part of a country, and I was like, wait, but we've been to other parts, and they differ because this is on top, and the others are not.
I'm trying to think. Where was that?
We went to Spain.
Oh, and this is different. Yeah,
you know, but
obviously,
yeah.
like,
Anyway,
no,
Morocco.
I don't even call it. Is a destination worth the hype anymore?
You should.
I call it no.
It's our series.
It is the series, but I don't call the episode that. I say is blah worth the hype. You know, like, because obviously it's better for YouTube algorithm for it to be like that. Duh.
Fair, but also, like, if I'm looking at information about a specific country, I'd want to see what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
like if I see it in the title or something, I'm gonna.
That's why I said is blah worth the hype.
So you would say the country?
So I said the place. I'm like, is Marrakesh worth the hype?
That's what I mean.
It's no longer, it's a destination worth the hype. Marrakesh. It's just, is Marrakesh worth the hype?
I thought you were just going to you literally put is blah, like is X worth the hype.
Are you
and I'm like,
silly?
Oh, like you're leaving like a mystery.
Are you mentally okay? Like what?
Like, why are you leaving it a mystery?
No, so yeah, I say like, is this whatever there's destination worth the hype? Yeah. That's why I call it now. Instead of saying, is destination worth the hype? I want them to get the information straight away, and also it's better for the YouTube algorithm. Guys, the things we have to do to market ourselves on YouTube
and get nowhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, we still get like no views, but it's okay. We do this.
At least you're here. If there's anybody here,
exactly. We do this kind of like partially for the passion at this stage, and also because we've kind of like kept it to ourselves, you know, like to do this.
I just love it. Like, can you imagine our kids watching this one day?
I'll probably like, guys, honestly, if we do this for another year and like nothing comes out of it, I'm just gonna stop. I'm joking.
I'll pick it up.
I'm joking.
I'll just come here and rant about Farouk.
That was a joke because obviously, as I always say, it could be the 5th year that eventually blows up. It could be the 10th year.
Funny.
Imagine doing it for 10 years and
Fuck
nothing
that.
coming out of it. That's after 5 years. I think you have to give up.
I wouldn't give up because
Not give up. I mean, as in like, you have to just do it solely for the passion.
That's what I'm saying.
As in like
That's
nothing's coming, and that would mean like I would keep it up. I would never keep like a weekly thing. Maybe do it bi-weekly or once a month or something like that. Reduce the rate because it is like you might think, oh my god, you're just sitting that. No, it cuts into our time. It cuts into our time.
This is like journaling.
Yeah, but it cuts into our time.
I can't wait to watch these back when I'm 60 and I'm wrinkly and I'm looking at us. I'm like, oh my god.
And I'm like, damn, I'm dead.
Like that was us as babies.
Yeah, because then you're like, damn, I miss Farouk. He's gone for like over like 20 years now.
Yo.
Yeah, and I'm like, cool.
That's too soon. Gone too soon.
Great. I love it.
Anyway, back to Morocco.
Yeah. What do you think? Come on, start us off. You're the one all excited and bubbly.
Yeah, I am. I want to start with the start. I think we should walk through our kind of like experience.
Well, how else would we do it?
No, I know. As in before we say like, oh, things I like, things I didn't like. Well,
no, you're always meant to walk through the trip.
Yeah.
And
anyway, I found a really nice place for us on Airbnb.
She found a riad. Okay.
And if you don't know, a riad is like kind of like a traditionally styled Moroccan home.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel the need? That's very
Yeah, I know. Because you're going like.
that's just like it's kind of a woman.
No.
It makes no sense. It's like a man being like.
Oh my god! No, I'm just doing
sense.
to annoy you.
I'm
like,
just trying to say.
Because you're going like.
It was a traditional Moroccan home, and it was so beautiful. There were 3 floors, 2, and there was like the top floor was like a roof, and there was a room there that we didn't get to use because some of the people dropped out that we were meant to go with, but we still had access to it, and there was like a really nice kind of like table there that was covered from the sun, which was great. We had 3 rooms on the second floor and then 1 room on the bottom floor with a kitchen and a like a mini pool, jacuzzi because they were able to turn it on.
That's for cleaning it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a jacuzzi.
I thought it was a jacuzzi.
No, it was part of the cleaning feature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was, oh my god, it was so good. You guys, there was this girl, Khadija, who was making us food. She's looking at you to correct me, you know, like a child.
No, because just quick side note, that vexed me to no avail because everyone kept saying her name wrong. Like there's one person in particular that just
called her wrong person.
Like just go Kaja or I'm like, it's Khadija. It's so easy. Like it's not hard. Like please just like try. Open your mouth. Even if you didn't want to go, you just go Khadija. Yeah. You know, you can just go Khadija.
That's what I just said.
No, I expect better from you.
Anyway,
I expect better from you than
Khadija
that person.
Was amazing. The most phenomenal person I've ever met. She was so sweet, and she would come and make us breakfast, and not like just like a little breakfast. No, she made eggs. She made pancakes one day. She had these like cakes. I don't know. I guess traditional cakes. I think one was with maize in it. Delicious. There was like breads there, spreads, honey, olive oil. There was feta cheese. Oh my god, it was that was one morning one. Oh, yeah. It was so good. Yeah,
the breakfast was amazing. She provided breakfast. You know, she would be there during the day, like clean up, kind of providing breakfast, and then would go along her merry way for the rest of the day. But yeah, no, she was super cool. She was very nice too.
She was lovely.
She spoke French and Arabic,
which are the 2 languages of Morocco.
I don't know how about other places, but if you don't really have any French or Arabic, you're gonna have a little bit of having to gesture or use Google Translate kind of thing.
Yeah. So. Especially because we stayed in the Medina, which is the old side of the town.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I would assume the new. Also, you don't have a house person in the new city. No, it's just like an apartment or whatever. No. But in the old city, you do usually have someone that lives in with you kind of thing. So,
and what an experience of an Airbnb to have someone make you breakfast, because usually Booking.com or whatever has that kind of stuff.
Standard in Nigeria.
Well,
Just standard in Lagos. Just standard in Lagos. If you're,
I guess we have to raise our standards. Hey, we barely get the actual house if it exists on Airbnb. So
freaking, you're just like, oh my god, will it be there? Won't it be there?
But yeah, we went to a lounge the first night. What did you think of it?
Oh my god, I actually even forgot.
I pulled up the photos to make sure I'm not missing anything.
No, we went to the lounge the first night. It was pretty nice. We went to Sky 555.
You remember and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's it called? It's right beside Club 5, famous 555 Club. Is what it's called on Google. It's right beside that. It's their lounge because they have a lounge and they have a beach club at the same place or whatever kind of thing. Not beach club, but like
a pool club.
Like a pool club thingy. So they own 3 places there, and there's Nomos near that as well. But the lounge is pretty nice. I'm surprised. Like maybe after being in Greece, I was just expecting such crazy prices, but prices were actually pretty decent.
I was expecting crazy prices too.
Like obviously for a Moroccan person who lives in Morocco, who's like a normal, regular Moroccan person who's not making money, that's probably a lot because like the pizza was like 150 dirhams, which is like 15 euro or whatever.
Was that for per one?
That was for one small pizza, like a personal size pizza. We got 3 personal size pizzas, yeah. So it's 150 dirhams altogether that we paid for those pizzas, and and then the food with pizzas were good. The other, I think how you got that cocktail, was it?
Yeah, I got a cocktail.
How was that? It was
both
nice.
Nandi and I got cocktails. They were delicious.
It was Blue Lagoon or something.
And Pula got something as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so like...
And we got shisha.
Yeah, as well for the table, and so it's pretty cool. The atmosphere is nice. The place was very beautiful. Everything was very stunning. The people there were really cool. They're like all chill. Everyone was having a nice time, and it's pretty cool that we could do this. This was on a Tuesday. Yeah, we arrived on a Tuesday, and it was busy on a Tuesday night, which is great. That's always great. But yeah, definitely really good. And the reason I say they probably can't is because I know in Lagos, like the places you go, they're bougie. Like normal people in Lagos are not going there. Like whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Morocco, I would assume it's kind of like similar situation where like because like even the prices for like other places we went, and like on that day we ate locally as well, and it was way cheaper, obviously.
Yeah.
And
even that local place
and that local place was like there was bare tourists around, so I think that prices was also up. Yeah. More, but like that was cheaper, than like the lounge. So
it wasn't bad. Definitely not what I expected.
Yeah, but I liked it. I feel like me personally, I kind of like, funny enough, the nice parts of like all those bougie, like the bougie part of Morocco is exactly what I expected, because I just think of literally like Lagos, of like how a lot of those places is built by people who have been abroad, and they know that people are coming abroad are coming to pay, and they're willing to pay certain prices, and they give you that experience for like that, and the price,
the load shedding too. They give you that experience.
Oh yeah, Nepa cut the lights.
I loved it.
Nepa cut the lights. What's it called? Yeah, the light went off while we were there for a bit, and it came back on. But that was the only time it happened actually throughout the entire trip.
Yeah.
Lagos, you just experienced that a few times. Let me not lie. But,
that was a great first.
That was good. That was a good first day as well. It was actually quite enjoyable.
Second day, to refresh your memory, we went to Le Jardin Majorel, which has the YSL museum there as well. But we didn't go to the museum. We just went to the garden because
the garden was beautiful.
Yeah, and I've seen people say that it wasn't worth going inside the museum. Yeah, it was expensive. So the garden was gorgeous.
Very, very gorgeous. The colors popped. Yeah. The colors popped a lot, guys, and everything was really well done. You see, it was well maintained, well kept, and the garden very like Nicoletta and Gabe were taking photos galore. Everyone taking their little Instagram photos, and you probably seen on our page if you've been following our page. And honestly, it looked stunning. I agree. Absolutely stunning.
And we were able to buy tickets at the door. I was a little worried about getting in because
we bought it online at the door. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, you don't buy it. There's no like ticket office. They have like a QR code that you scan, and then so if you don't have data, that's going to be a problem for you. You're not getting it. But because the ticket office just tells you go scan the code, you can't actually buy the ticket office. So you scan, and then it gives you slots and then it's like it essentially gives you the next available time slot if it's not fully booked out, and then you just click on it and you you go.
I think though we were definitely there like in the middle of the highest heat of the day. It was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, it was pretty hot
I dragged
that day.
these kids with me, and I was like, as we're going here, we were all sharing a little fan that I brought. It was very hot.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
It was very hot.
Like the first day we were there was 37 degrees. Then
Yeah.
the next day was 40. The day after was 41, and then it ended off at 31. I mean 39. Sorry. So yeah, it was pretty.
It was rough. But after.
But it's dry heat.
Yeah.
Dry
which
heat
is a difference.
Guys, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. It's been a big difference. Personally, for me, I've experienced, and Nicoletta has experienced too, like high heat with the humidity. Way worse than dry heat.
Every
like,
second.
Dry heat hurts. Don't get me wrong. It's hot as hell, and you're like, fuck, you're sweat. But you just feel uncomfortable with high heat and humidity. You, at least like with dry heat, you're just sweating.
Yeah.
You know, but with humidity and high heat, you feel like your clothes are uncomfortable.
But honestly,
on you too.
I wasn't even sweating that much unless we were walking out and about. Like, oh, let's get to X place, or stay in the taxi that was confined, no aircon.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Their taxis didn't really have aircons, the ones that we took. But like,
we were never in one taxi.
but like, in what? Like, you know what I mean? So that was the thing. In the humidity, I feel like I'm constantly wet. Like everything is constantly soaking wet. So this is actually pleasant.
Yeah, it's much better. Much better.
After the garden, we went to. Do you remember?
That day we went home, and then we went to the what's it called, the
Bahia Palace.
The Bahia Palace. Yeah.
That was I love that more than the garden.
The Bahia Palace was very nice. I really like the Bahia Palace as well. I think it was definitely more worth it price wise. I think it's slightly cheaper actually. It was cheaper than the gardens, and I think it's more worth it than the gardens as well. I do agree. I think there's like a lot there. Both obviously people have a lot, but I think the Bahia Palace is definitely more worth the price than the gardens.
I think a lot of people obviously get attracted to the garden because of this YSL name that's attached to it, and like YSL Museum, YSL Gardens.
Also the colors, I think maybe.
Yeah,
like it definitely is more colorful. Absolutely.
I get you, but like Bahia Palace is like more history, so
yeah, absolutely. But obviously, if you're thinking about aesthetics on Instagram, like the gardens is better. If you're literally thinking about photo op and just getting whatever, the gardens is better. Right. But there is one place in Bahia Palace that's really cool, which is the open courtyard. That's is beautiful. Really cool. That's really beautiful. You can get some photos there, and there's like hallways right beside it, you know, like pillars. You can get some pretty nice photo ops there. And there's a garden right after, which is also nice as well. But definitely overall, if you're thinking about just aesthetics and you're like, I want to get Instagram photos, go to the gardens. If you're thinking, I want to get enjoy what I'm seeing, get some culture, get the place, and also maybe get some photos, Bahia Palace is definitely way more worth the price.
Beautiful,
wise.
gorgeous.
Absolutely.
I absolutely loved it. I think I loved it definitely a lot more. For me personally, that's just my opinion. It wasn't even as busy, which was great.
Yeah, it was less busy.
And then we had some food again. So that was great. And then we went clubbing that evening. And we might join the 2 clubbing experiences of the 2 days in one. So what was your experience?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Honestly, the music is good. They played good music in both clubs. The atmosphere is pretty nice. Like it's busy. It was busy, and once again, remember these were
Wednesday.
This was a Wednesday night and a Thursday night.
Yeah.
You know, so like surprisingly, they were so busy. Like not like maybe like crazy packed busy, but they're busy, you know, like enough that you're like, okay, I can enjoy this. It's not awkward as like only 10 people and you're hearing the
shoe squeak.
The shoe squeaks, you know. So there's that, and then what's it called? As I said, music's good, vibes good. Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I really enjoyed it as well, mainly because I could walk in with my slippers. Like, what kind of club can you walk in with slippers here? You can't. You can't. Like, you just can't. They'll not let you in with Birkenstocks. Like, they just won't. Well,
that's because we don't. If it was hot, you would be able to walk in with Birkenstocks. And also, I think it depends where you're going. Like, there are places here that would let you in with wedges and slippers.
That's different.
Like,
mine was just flat shoe.
I feel like you could still
I
get in
could
some
not get
places.
in with Birkenstocks in a club, a nightclub.
In Dublin, I feel like you
Absolutely
couldn't.
not.
I feel like there's places
Absolutely
in Dublin
not.
you could get away
Maybe
with
a
it.
pub.
We're not talking about pubs now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like maybe 22 you couldn't.
Absolutely.
Possibly.
Never.
Right.
I'll
well,
try it for
you can wear sneakers anyway. So
yes,
like,
but
and that's what I'm saying. Like if you can wear sneakers, you probably could wear as long it's like it's like nice fancy slippers and not like what they call tongue
like flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
But the
like,
thing is, I'll tell you why, because I think
or like Crocs.
I've seen someone try to wear slides one time, and they said that it's a safety hazard. Because
yeah, but slides, okay.
you can get stepped on, or like if it's like open toe thing, like a sandal.
But so are heels. Heels are open toe.
No, but you're raised. Like
No,
you're endangering others with your heels. You get me? So if you don't have anyway, if you have a sneaker, you're not as in danger.
I think slides they won't let you in. Okay, it makes sense.
But that's what I had, slides.
But no, those aren't. When I think slides, I'm talking about like Adidas slides, Yeezy slides.
Okay, they're Birkenstock slides.
The Birkenstock ones, I'm telling you, they look at it and they're like, okay, it's a little bit more upbeaty. I think it's a wholly a class thing. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, well, I don't think I would, but I love that I could get in with those shoes. I had a really good experience there. I didn't feel out of place, especially because, so I want to talk a little about the clothing and what I've seen online about people's experience with how they're dressed in Marrakesh. So I think it's good to keep in mind that we didn't actually even go. We went to the new city once, and it was just for a place. We were only in the Medina the whole time in the old city. Like from what our friend has told us, the new city is so different from the old city. Like, you know, it's like very like modern. Yeah. Everything is different. Like people are dressed however. So take this was like if you're in the Medina versus like in the new city. Yeah. Which I feel like in the new city, you'd have an even better experience, you know, because the old cities, I think it's just a lot more conservative a little bit. A lot more locals, a lot more whatever. So I and my friend, we prepared accordingly with clothes that are, you know, that can be worn there, and meaning we were pretty covered up. I had really like long dresses, and it was great for the heat, but also obviously respecting the culture there. And I never really understand this like expectation to not be dressed up, like being annoyed about it. Like say for example, we were in Spain and we wanted to go in this like place of worship, and I wasn't allowed in because my shoulders weren't covered, right? And if that's acceptable in one place that was like a place of worship that I wasn't there to pray and I was just there to as a tourist, then how would you expect to go to like a majority Muslim country and not have like not respect their culture, the people there, you know, whatever it is. You're in a different environment. I think it's completely normal. Like you go to the club and there's like dress requirements in some places, and you're okay with that, but not visiting a different culture. So I did not have a negative experience with any locals or like women or men, like no bad experiences. And that could be also because of the group we were with. So there are 3 guys, 2 girls. But even when I was just with my friend or whatever on our own, we didn't have any negative experiences. I think the most like, and people will call you on the streets to try sell you something, and I think that's normal wherever you go. And the most I got was, oh, like sister, like, you know, like come see this or like whatever, which was, I think it's just very respectful. Like I'm respecting your culture, they're respecting me, like, you know what I mean? And then in complete contrast, on our nights out, we had a lot more revealing clothing that we wore while leaving our place to get a taxi or whatever. Nobody was looking at us. I never felt out of place in the clubs that we went to being dressed the way that we were.
Yeah, a lot of people were dressed like a lot more like not conservatively.
Yeah.
Like,
so I think that was just my point to say that in the clubs I didn't feel like I was underdressed or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, or something like that. While everyone's like covered up full to the nines, but it's like, why are you in the club? Yeah.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Ariana, what are you doing here? Yeah, no, I think I agree with you. I think definitely in the club aspect. And it's like the clubs though, by the way, they are expensive to get into. Like it was 30 3,000 dirhams, which is around the equivalent of 30 euro or so. Like, we just did it times 10, but it's obviously slightly less than that. It's actually like more like 28 or something like that. But yeah, it is like, to enter the club, it was 30 euro, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any cover charge like that in Ireland, you know?
Unless it's an event.
Yeah, even events are not 30 euros.
28.
Those ones that are like big can charge that. Majority are charging like 15 to 25, right? You know? But even if you go into a club, most time it's 15 or 20. Like, and most places even, and those are like the 22s and the likes. Most are like 10 euro entry, you know, like 10 or 15. So like, you know, that is something you have to be aware of. It is a little bit more expensive, especially, you know, and then as well as what's it called? Like getting other things around there. Like, I think like I wanted to get water. It was 12 euro, guys. It was 12 euro for just water, and it was like a 250 ml, 500 ml bottle. I mean, no, it was around like a 500 ml.
It was the same price as a drink, right?
Yeah. That's what David said in the end. That he was like, yeah, that's how much it cost him to get like whatever it was, like a beer. Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. So water is priced at the same price as beer. Not terrible. I think kind of makes sense. Like, it's a Muslim country. They don't really drink. So like, you know, but like the water you think would be cheaper because, okay, like, yes, we're in a club. Okay. But like, you think it'd be cheaper because like, you know, like I don't drink. So like, just give me water, you know, but no, same price as a beer. Crazy.
I think it's like, oh, if you're a Muslim and coming here, you deserve to pay just as much as they are.
Yeah.
Sinners.
Oh my God. But yeah, it was expensive, guys.
But I will say there were some events that I've heard you guys talk about that were ladies free to get in.
One on Tuesday night, famous Club 555 was ladies free entry.
And I think on Thursday there was another option with ladies free.
Yes, secret rooms or something like that.
Which I think if you're a woman, you know.
Yeah, obviously, like, you have that advantage to yourself. Guys do not have that advantage at all whatsoever. You are paying. Also, it's good to know, obviously, even though I don't drink, the guys do. But in the Medina, you cannot buy alcohol. There's no alcohol sold in the Medina, in the old city, obviously, because it is more local, more conservative, where the majority of like the Muslims and everything are, even though the whole place is Muslim, but you get what I mean. As in like more like following the law.
I think that's completely normal.
Yeah, me. Exactly. So you can't get alcohol there. So I guess if you go obviously to the new city, because the boys did say you go to the new city, there are places that you can buy alcohol from, you know, like obviously within the new city. But obviously more time you'll be getting alcohol in the club, which is very expensive. So I guess if you and your friends know you drink and you want to go there and you want to party and whatever, make sure you buy alcohol at the airport and bring it with you and then drink it there, obviously, because otherwise you're paying a lot of money for it. Because if I paid 12 euro for a water bottle, which I will never let go. That's the highest I've paid anywhere for a water bottle. Even Switzerland did not charge me 12 euro for a water bottle. Then, yeah, think about how much the alcohol increases in price.
But let's talk a little bit about prices of things there in general, because that's also a discourse online of scamming. Which I find the term scamming so funny, especially coming from a country where haggling is common practice, right?
You guys haggle in Romania?
Yeah, for like, you know, the way like there's farmer markets and stuff like that, and like you ask for a cheaper price. If you're a foreigner, they'll ask you for more. Things like with clothes and stuff. So I think it's, you know, coming from a place like that, I just find it really interesting that they choose to call it that. You know, I think the local people there, which most likely have a lot less money than you, are gonna try to get more money out of you. But that doesn't mean you have to say yes or you have to accept it. You can ask for less, and that's normal. And I was just thinking, and it's funny because it was just today, you had that experience with the car insurance and how it's common practice here to negotiate a price, you know, and call your insurance company and ask for a cheaper price or call around. But when it's a foreign country and, you know, you're talking about like a different price for like clothes or something, it's like you're being scammed.
Yeah, but I guess like, the thing is, those prices are so varied, whereas for me it's like they give you a price.
It was 1K varied.
I don't no, obviously, but these are different vendors and they whatever. But the difference is like the vendor would only go so much. Like they give you like maybe a 10% discount.
There's different vendors
you know,
also
like,
there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. As like in one vendor, like take for example, they like, give me like a 10% discount and like whatever.
Yeah,
and that's the most they'll go. That's their price. And,
I'm just saying like people negotiate and it's common practice, but there's called scamming versus you're literally negotiating price.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, because like obviously they bought it for way cheaper than what they're selling it to you, and it's up to you to like be sharp and try reduce the price to whatever you're comfortable with if they're willing to accept it. Obviously, that's a massive thing. How did you find that actually though with the whole?
I found it interesting. I think I would definitely.
Did you take part?
I did not. Absolutely not. I left Farouk to the talking, but I've been in situations where I've had to, and I've accepted like a medium price. Like I know it wasn't the lowest, but I felt too shy to ask for less. So I just accepted my fate, and I knew what was happening, and I just accepted it and walked away.
Low-key, that medium price is still high price.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I knew I was paying more than I should have. But I think having Farouk there being like, oh, a Nigerian brother, African brother, and being able to talk his way through. Say for example, there was this dress I really liked, and it was like €30 and you got it for 10. And you got 2, so it's €20 that you paid for 2. Which I think it's like I could have never come to that, so I can see how people could struggle. However, if I'm aware of it and I'm going there, I will know to at least ask for less, so I'll be like, oh, I'll give it to me for whatever. And if I want it, I'll get it, and if I don't want to, I won't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody's forcing you to buy anything.
Absolutely. It's definitely a skill set, I do think. And obviously, Lagos boy, Niger boy,
negotiator.
This is part of my skill set. I was born with this, but like, yeah, no, it's definitely a skill set because I saw other people and I just felt like you guys are just getting ripped off because you guys don't know what you're doing. Like, you have no clue what you're doing, haggling. And
taxis too, by the way.
Yeah, like you can haggle everything. You can haggle everything. And like
not club entry.
Obviously, as in like
I'm joking.
We're in the Medina. Like you're not haggling. Oh, is it 30? They're telling you to F off. But no, like in the Medina, like where the markets, you can haggle everything in the markets. So you just haggle that, and it's pretty straightforward. Like, you just have to like be sharp. You know what price you want to pay. So you have to, obviously your first offer has to be way less than what the price you're willing to pay. And then you try to get them to meet you at the price you're willing to pay. That's how it works. Nothing else. Don't think about what is it worth? How much should they actually be charging? No. What are you willing to pay? Go lower than that, way lower than that. I mean, way lower than that. Like if you're willing to pay 70, you tell them 20. Like you're going way lower, and then eventually you're going to go to like either below where you're going to pay, at where you're going to pay, or maybe slightly above, but you're never going to go more than that, because they're going to tell you straight away, like you're going to want to pay 70, they're going to tell you 350. You're like, no, so like you have to be smart, and it's just about being smart about the way you're doing it.
You meant 35, by the way.
Yeah, no, I meant like because 70 dirhams or 250 dirhams. So yeah, like I'm rocking dirhams, different from other dirhams. Yes. And so like you just have to be willing to do all those things, and I think it is a big thing. I love it. It's my element. I love doing that. And once again, it's not like, oh, something's costing 10 and I'm gonna try to get it for freaking like 5. Like that's just petty. Just give the freaking 10. But I'm talking about like, it's this much more, and I'm like, yeah, this is a lot in comparison to how much I want to pay for it. That's when I'm gonna haggle, that's the point. And it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it.
And I think as well, just kind of being mindful of like you said, you're haggling for something that's €10, like say €10, and you want it for 2, like. At the end of the day,
for yourself,
it's not that much to you to give him 5 or 6 or 7. You know what I mean? So it's just like pick and choose your battles. Like if it's something that's whatever.
Exactly. No.
Then we went to Nobu for nothing, basically,
for no reason. Really,
you got 4 pieces of something.
Yeah, I got like sushi or some shit.
You got dumplings.
I got dumplings as well.
Yeah.
And me and David shared it, and it was like. It was good, but like I was like, guys really need to come here. Like it wasn't expensive, like crazy expensive. When I say crazy expensive, I mean like the sushi was 25, the dumplings were like, I don't know, like 15 or something. Obviously that's expensive, but like it's not like insane like for like Nobu, like because I've heard the prices of Nobu in like London, so, and like America, and I'm like, okay, this is a little bit, it's expensive but not like as expensive as there, but also at the same time we had no business being there just due to the fact that I said to them already, and I was like, guys, let's just chill, or maybe go to the city or something, the new city we haven't been, and then like maybe come back home and then go out. They're like, no, we want to go beach club. Okay, you want to go beach club? But the problem
was that we didn't end up going into the pool.
Yeah, we did. No, I don't even know if we got, but we wanted to go pool club. We didn't get to go due to other reasons, and so we settled on this. I was like, oh my god, we could just chill instead or whatever. And we went, and then it was hot as hell. It was 41 degrees. Everyone was hot.
We were outside.
We were outside, so you can't escape the heat. You're just underneath like a shade thing with little bits of spritz of water sometimes appearing, not really, and no fan. So you're just hot, uncomfortable. And we're like, yeah, I'm like, finish your food and we're getting the hell out of here.
Fair.
So
yeah, I think it was, but it was fun. Like, still, you just experience it, you go to see it, whatever. On to the last kind of like event for us, which was very exciting. It was a camel ride and
ATV ride in the desert.
Agafe.
I was gonna say Agadir. So yeah, you're better.
Agafe Desert, I think is what it's called. Agafe, whatever. I don't know how the guys got this deal. It was phenomenal. It was great. I think we paid 36
euro per person.
And what was included was a pickup at your location, a little tea break, tea and toilet break, whatever. A little bread, very nice. We got a camel ride. We got a quad bike ride. We got a dinner.
With a show.
And a dinner show. And we got dropped off at our home.
Location, yeah.
So I think all of that for 36 euros.
Per person.
Because I've seen it online on Get Your Guide for a lot more.
Yeah.
For just even one activity. And you could see that there were so many different groups there.
Yeah.
You know that this is what people are going there to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was interesting. But what did you make of it?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. The riding camels was fun. My in-between legs were like knackered afterwards. I didn't do enough in-between thigh, workouts. It was a little bit like, oh my god, like I'm like, is this how people who ride horses feel? Mm-hmm. And I remembered now actually when I did ride a horse when I was younger, that is exactly how I felt actually as well.
Rode a horse.
Yeah, rode horses a few times, and then but yeah, camel's just a tall horse for the desert.
With a hunch. Yeah. What is it called?
No, you're thinking of a hunch. It doesn't have a hunch. It has a little sack or whatever. Yeah.
Like a hump.
Yeah, hump. With a hump.
Okay.
Okay. And then the ATV was fun. Not that great because we had to stay in the line. We couldn't really go that fast, and people kept messing up. So we had to keep starting and stopping. I think
it was 20 of us, so it was a lot.
Exactly. Waiting. And then we got our food, which was nice. Delicious, obviously. And that was it. I liked it. I really liked it.
I loved it.
It was a good use of a day.
What a fun experience. And the fact that you can buy a scarf and then they put it on you like the way they traditionally do.
In the desert.
Oh my god, I loved that. And the camel ride was really good. Even though I think it was like 20 minutes. It was so cool. Like, we were recording everything. And this was one thing that we were talking about, how, safety precautions and how different it is here than it would be back.
They'd be like, no this, no that, no this, no that.
Both hands on the thing at all times. I just loved how, like, I just took out my phone on the camel and just started recording.
Yeah, because they're like, if you lose it, it's your fault, dummy.
Yeah, it's on you.
Yeah, idiot. You fall, it's your fault, idiot.
That's the thing. And I feel like even with the quad bikes, I was recording and, like, I don't know, some nonsense.
Nicola went on the quad bike with me. She wasn't recording and being on the quad bike. Yeah.
I'm sure you could do that, but I was not going by myself. First of all, there was so many people.
It wouldn't work though. It'd actually be really hard to drive the quad bike and also record due to the fact that you have to have ready to brake and stuff. So
well, I just got it on camera. So and I got dirty AF because the amount of dust everywhere. Sand that comes at you was insane. But what I loved on the quad bikes was that we stopped kind of in the middle of the desert. We were able to take photos. That was very, very nice. Like, I got a really sick photo there and everything. Yeah,
we did it late at night as well. So
the moon was out. Like, the vibes were good. The food was great. Let's talk a little bit about the food. What do you think of Moroccan food?
I like Moroccan food.
Or tagines.
Tagine
Chicken tagine.
was good.
Beef tagine.
All the other food I tried was good. To be honest, I like Moroccan food. So I'm like all like Arab type food.
Same.
I've always liked it, like because I ate it growing up anyway, like at the mosque especially. So like like I'm very used to it, and I've always liked it. So yeah, I do enjoy Arab food. So, and obviously they're kind of similar to us: rice, bread, meats. Like
I don't think you ate a single rice dish there.
Well, no, but I'm saying like in general.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think we got anything. But it was so good. What stood out to me the most was their tea. I wish that I bought some there at the airport, but I know that it wouldn't come out as good as the made in the pot one. Oh my god, it was so good. I drank everybody's tea in the morning. Yeah,
it was good. The tea was very good. I actually really enjoyed the tea. Honestly, I think it was really good. I guess the question everyone wants to know is, what is the cons? What did you not like?
I think the negotiating part of the prices is not the best for me because I'm not good at it, I think a way to kind of circumvent that is if you find a driver, you can get his number and call him every time you need something, and they'll show up and they'll kind of charge you the same price, which is great.
Yeah, but you have to negotiate that first. Otherwise,
no, I know, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm happy with the price, I'll keep calling the same guy. If I'm not, I'll try a different guy. But yeah, I think that was kind of like a con, like a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, like, I was trying to think about it as well for a while, and I don't really have any cons personally.
Couldn't really come up
because I really enjoyed the trip. I said it to the guys, I would go again. I really enjoyed the Morocco trip. Obviously, this is not saying that there is no flaws. There's definitely flaws. I just can't personally think of any right now off the dome. And maybe who knows? I'll add an editor note in the comment section. Like, Farouk actually remembered that he actually did not like this. But
and that's not to invalidate people's experience either.
Obviously,
like,
this
we're
is
not.
Our experience.
Yeah, this is simply ours. Just like yours is yours, theirs is theirs, whatever.
Maybe if you didn't like it, you're just not African enough. I'm joking. It's an Arab country, African country, whatever you want to call it. You all fight about that all the time anyway. Yeah. But yeah, so like,
I think as well, maybe some people could struggle with the language barrier, because I don't say like they spoke English like that,
But once again, we're in the Medina the whole time.
Yeah, but
the moment we went to the city, everyone spoke English well.
Yeah,
everyone spoke English.
But the thing is, like, I don't see it as a con because we've been to other countries where they don't speak the language at all. So you're just like make do.
Yeah, I would recommend. Obviously, I haven't been in new cities, so I can't even say. But like, if you're someone who's not very like out there and wanting to do things, I'd say the best thing to do is just stay in the new city. Because my friends did go already before, and they told me just stay in a new city. You get all the like luxuries of back home and all the funness of just like classicness, and then you can just do like a day trip or two into the old city whenever you want to go into the markets or whatever, right? And then you can just stay in the new city and just.
I found it funny online because it said something like, everybody should visit a Riyadh. Visit a Riyadh, like
just stay in one.
Yeah, like what? Or someone saying like, you should say one night at least, because it's not common practice, right? Yeah. It's like people avoid it.
Yeah, because I guess they don't want to stay in the Medina. Like, that's why, it's like, I guess like for them it's like a safety concern where like, because of where whatever they feel like it's unsafe to just constantly be staying in the old city. I think it's perfectly fine. Honestly, I don't think there's any issues myself personally. I never even felt like I had to keep my wits about me the whole time. Everyone was pretty calm. Everyone was very friendly. So like, I didn't really have any issues, honestly.
Me too.
Yeah.
But then again, you're a man.
Like, as I said, this is like, take it from my perspective.
I think I might not travel to Marrakesh on a girls trip.
Well, if you guys stayed in a new city, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps. Yeah. But I think it's like, not so much me, but I'm like a bit worried of like who I'd go with. And I don't know. I'm just very like respectful of like a Muslim country, and like accept that that's what I should be like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys went to a new city, you wouldn't have any of those things
I'd still
to deal
be
with,
like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't have to. Like,
I had no idea where we were staying until like I didn't know
we were staying in the old city. Yeah.
Like, Gabe sent me
it's so different, guys. It is so different.
Gabe sent me like a TikTok and it was like, this is where we're staying, and I was like, oh, this looks kind of ghetto-y. And then
God.
And not ghetto-y, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a ghetto. It's like, you know, the little corner shops or like, you know, the dust kind of everywhere.
It's not like overly bougie.
Oh, not overly bougie. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. It was great.
Yeah, no, the new city is definitely bougier. We could tell just even from being around those areas, like it was so different. Like, you know, like they even have like the Zara's, H&M's, all those things that you come to expect. You know,
a single Zara.
no, but they do.
Yeah.
Like, sure, the guy where the guys went for the casino, that was actually the area. I just didn't go with them. But yeah, no, like they have a lot of those things you expect in a normal modern day city, as
I'd rather the non-labeled stuff in the market.
You know, so yeah, absolutely. Like that is there obviously. So I think if you want a boys trip, girls trip, mixed trip, whatever it is, and you feel like uncomfortable with like maybe staying in the old city, the new city is probably your bet, you know, like because that's what the guys did last time, and I saw a lot of it, and it looked like they just went to like Marbella, but in Morocco. That's essentially what it looked like, you know. And so
it depends on the experience you want, like you said.
Yeah, but then if you're willing to like actually be in the culture, definitely stay in Medina. I
agree. I think it's definitely worth it to even see it.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. But yeah, that was our episode. Is the destination worth the hype?
Yeah, I think Marrakesh is definitely worth the hype. I think it was. I enjoyed it, and I would give it 2 thumbs up.
Me too. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Would definitely return.
Absolutely.
So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode and our ramble.
Always rambling.
Till next time.
Peace.